Please, everyone gather round. I've got an announcement to make. Down the trumpets. Listen closely. A long, long time on.
Hello, and welcome to Wimpy. We Improv makes podcast for you. And I'm your host, Jake Jabor. This is episode 3 of season 1. Today's guest is Cullen Gatten from the Austin improv scene, and we have improv from the classic pre-pandemic PB&J. Have you been enjoying these episodes? Leave a review. Actually, I don't know where you would do that. I don't even know how I'm putting this up, if it's going to be on the website or YouTube. And if you're like, I'm enjoying this and I'd like to leave a review on Google for We Improv. That helps a ton, and it really makes my day to read those. And if you're like, stop telling me what to do, I just want to listen to this stupid podcast, you got it. So, what should we talk about today? Today is the same day as the other 2 episodes. So I don't want it to seem like I procrastinated and put this off to the last minute. My intention really was to record 4 episodes and drop 4 episodes. And then when I have enough for season 2, I'll drop season 2. I hate Netflix. I think they're stupid. I think they've ruined entertainment. And I think they've indirectly ruined improv, which is maybe a topic for another day. But I do like the idea of, here's a bunch of content all at once. Listen as you will, because I am lazy. And I don't want to start an improv podcast that I then have to maintain weekly until the end of time. I want to be able to do seasons of it. So this is your Stranger Things. This is your Severance. This is your Grace and Frankie. I wanted to talk a little bit today. I'm laughing because I feel like sometimes this feels WTF with Mark Maron, which I'm not crazy about in terms of an introduction. I know everybody skips past it to get to the interview. And sometimes it feels like a daytime talk show, which also, I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm going for here. But I want to talk about permission. This came up in a couple conversations lately that I've been having with people. And it's the thing that's sort of like really holding my attention. And when I talk about permission, I mean permission to make something. Or permission to take a risk, or permission to pursue your dreams. I think a lot of people who come out to Los Angeles didn't get permission. They didn't ask somebody if they could do it. They had a dream, or they wanted to get out of their hometown. Hopefully they were pursuing something and not running from something. But in any event, I think Los Angeles attracts a lot of people who don't ask for permission. And I think that's awesome. I don't think you need to ask for permission. I think you should come out and do your thing. That's what I did. That makes it sound like I knocked it out of the park. It has been a ground out to second most of the time, but I've taken a lot of swings, so that's helped. And so I think a lot of people show up here without asking for permission, and that's great. And what I love about improv is it is a space where you don't have to ask for permission. You may make an offer and someone will yes and that offer, but the art form itself is not something that you have to ask permission for. It doesn't require any prerequisites, because improvisation is something we do every day. You make a plan for your day, doesn't go according to plan, so you improvise. And if you're interested in show business or entertainment and comedy specifically, then you have a sense of humor. So that's all you really need. Life experience in improvising and a sense of humor. And so you can do it. There's nothing about improv that requires permission. And yet, I feel like once people get out here to Los Angeles, they start asking for permission. They didn't ask permission to get here, but now that they're here, they ask for permission. And they start second guessing their creative output, their creative choices, their art, their expression, and they need permission. They need somebody to see their thing and say that they're good enough to keep going. And that sucks. I think it's really hard for improv to thrive in an environment where people feel like they need to ask for permission. And here's the thing about it is if you give over that agency to someone else and ask for permission, now they have control over whether you move forward or not. They can grant you permission or they can withhold it. And if that was the situation you were in before you came out here, you may have never came out here. Coming out here was you listening to your gut, was you leaping without a net, maybe. And that's a lot of what improv is listening to your gut and leaping without a net and not asking for permission to come off the back line, not asking for permission to initiate off an idea or to share a story in a living room or to support your teammates' move. You jump at it because there's something in your brain that lights up. And I think improv attracts people who don't want to ask for permission, who spend their life in systems where they have to ask for permission. There are so many people in my classes who are lawyers or engineers or have office jobs or jobs in academia. And all of those structures are set up where you have to ask permission for time off, for a work schedule, to adjust a curriculum, to change your schedule. It's can you tell it's been a while since I've had a more traditional job? But when I was a teacher, it was always asking for permission. Can I take this student out of class? Can we have more time? Can we set up a meeting? Can I speak to the parents? Speaking to the parents, can we do this at home? Everything was asking. And improv made me a much better educator. It made me great in individualized education meetings or IEPs with students who were diverse learners because I could yes and parents. They would ask for something and I could say yes and it felt collaborative. And improv really improved that. Improv made me better at that because rather than denying someone's ask, I accepted their offer. And that's what's so cool about improv is that we are accepting offers. And I think people come out here to improvise or they find comedy because it's an outlet where you make an offer. You don't ask permission and somebody accepts your offer. But the structures in place are constantly relying on giving permission and asking for permission. You can't be on this team unless we grant you permission. You can't be on this stage unless we grant you permission. You can't be in this class unless we grant you permission. You can't step out with that idea unless I've granted you permission. You stepped out with an idea and it didn't work, and so now I'm revoking your permission. Now I've given you permission. You have permission to play these days for this amount of time. Now you have permission to play this day for this amount of time. Now you no longer have permission to play. And I think that is representative of not just the improv community, but the larger Hollywood community and industry. And it's because the institutions at play don't have the talent. They're not the generators of the talent or the creativity or the ideas. And so to remain sustainable, to remain profitable, they have to create some artificial sense of authority so that we rely on them to tell us what we can and can't do. But art does not require much to do about nothing. Especially now. We have microphones that are on my couch. We have iPhones. We have podcasts. We have we have other things. We have improv. We have a stage. That's all you need is a stage. You don't need permission to improvise. You don't need permission to play make-believe. And so I'm making this podcast, and no one gave me permission. In fact, I'm pretty bad at doing most parts of it, as you can hear. But I didn't want to ask somebody to do it. I didn't want to wait for somebody to do it. I didn't want to go to a studio or go to a theater and say, "Can I do a podcast for you?" And they go, "We grant you permission." I have a theater. I have a school. And I'm doing it. And I think that the institutions can learn more from improv than improv can learn from the institutions. And I'm worried that that's not always the case. So at improv.org for classes and shows and merchandise and books, I encourage people to bring forth an offer. I want to do a women's only open mic. Now we have one of those. I had 3 people come up to me about doing a person of color jam. Now we have one of those. I have a women and non-binary jam. And actually, I don't have it. It just takes place at the Wii space. I've never even been. But those are offers. And I didn't want to grant permission. I wanted it to be something that they could do and have fun with. And it doesn't matter how much money it makes or the quality of it, because if they feel like they can leap and try something, they will leap again and they will try something else and they will grow and take risks. And I will benefit from that, because everybody benefits when people take creative risks, because we get to see new horizons and new worlds and see what's possible. So this is tricky because I'm not granting you permission to stop asking for permission. Because I don't have that authority over you at all. And no teacher, no school, no studio, nobody does. Do not wait for somebody to give you permission to be on a team, or give you permission to put together a team, or give you permission to perform. Put together teams, perform, create. And that's what I have tried to do, because I don't like hearing no. It makes me feel rejected. So it's not that I'm brave, it's that I'm fearful of being rejected. But let this poorly constructed podcast be a model for you. That if I didn't have to ask for permission to put this out, you certainly don't have to ask for permission to make whatever you want to make, to do whatever you want to do that was tapping you on the shoulder and inviting you out to Los Angeles. Whatever that thing inside of you that stirred up your sense of safety and security and had you go online and sign up for a class, or buy a plane ticket, or rent a U-Haul. Listen to that. That is telling you what to do. The rest of us should just be happy we get to witness it. Okay. Well, I'm back up to 18 minutes. Not great. All right. Let's get on with the show. I've ranted and rambled for too long. I'm really excited about this one. I interviewed Cullen Gatten from the Austin improv scene, who told me about their improv fantasy draft, which We Improv is hosting. We have an improv fantasy draft. It's going to be a free show with over 96 improvisers or something like that. It's going to start November 14th at 7 p.m. at the Wii space. And it will be the 14th, 21st, 28th, December 5th, and 12th, with the finals being December 13th. I think those dates are right. Check our Instagram at We Improv to double check me on that. Cullen is awesome, and we've got improv from PB&J, a team that has made me laugh incredibly hard, tears streaming down my face, not just in watching them, but even thinking about scenes and sets they've done. All right, I hope you enjoy. Thanks.
Please, everyone gather round.
Is it Cullen Gatten?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Exactly right. Yep.
All right. Well, thanks for doing it, Cullen.
Yeah, thank you.
So I've kind of started this conversation with people of just like, how did you find improv, and like where were you in your life and how long ago, and what was your introduction?
Yeah, so I guess I think I found improv before I even knew that it was improv, because I listened to quite a number of like podcasts that sort of improv based. So like Hollywood Handbook was one that I've been listening to for years, and the Flagrant ones, and so a lot of that is improvised, and character based stuff, and then and then I got into the Teacher's Lounge, which was and I had no idea who Big Grande was or anything like that, and but I just thought it was really funny, and so I got into myself doing improv in part because I had like a kind of shift in career. I used to be in a position where I was more conversational. Now I'm sort of like working from home mostly. The pandemic kind of changes that kind of thing. And so you work from home a lot. And I was like, I feel like my social skills sort of atrophied a little bit. So, and I had such a fascination with those like podcasts and how they do that kind of stuff. And so I just took a level 1. I was just like, I just kind of want to find out more about this. And so it's about I don't know, like last May, actually. So not that long.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you're in Austin, right?
Yeah, in Austin. Yeah.
So had you gone to live shows prior to taking a class, or was it mostly podcasts?
It was mostly podcasts. I had been to the Second City in Chicago once, and then I went to the Second City in Toronto as well when I was in college. But other than that, I'd never really seen live improv. And
so do you, because I know Hollywood Handbook and Teacher's Lounge and everything, like improv led me to those. So you kind of had the inverse of that. Do you remember like any specifics around like how you first listened to Hollywood Handbook, or how, like, was it just recommended podcasts that got you to Teacher's Lounge, or guests, or what do you?
Yeah, so Teacher's Lounge came up. So I was in a little group chat with a bunch of people in Seattle. So I had moved from Seattle to Austin about 5 years ago.
Oh, okay.
And there were some friends in there that would like, it's like, oh, have you listened to the Teacher's Lounge? It's so funny. So I got to that. But like Hollywood Handbook, I think long time ago, AV Club used to do the Podmas little write-up. And they had recommended one of them, and it was also something. And I also really love The Best Show with Tom Sharpling. So that was like where they did that series of stuff with Tom Sharpling. So that's how I got into it.
Oh,
and I just kind of got hooked. Yeah.
I'm always fascinated at like what the first thing is, or for me, I had a friend who moved out to Los Angeles. They were a year older than me, and they were like, I saw Sarah Silverman at the UCB theater for $5, and I couldn't even. I was like, $5? When she would come to, because I'm from Colorado, like come to Colorado, or Zach Galifianakis or anybody like that, it was like $50 tickets, and you're like so far away. And then when I came out, it was called Comedy Death Ray was the stand-up, and that Comedy Bang Bang. And so that was like impossible to get tickets to, but you could stand in line and see ASCAT for free on Sundays. And so we did that. And I had no idea that it was a thing that was available to take classes in. Like they do the like, and if you like what you saw, you can take classes or whatever. And I was like, I was like so blown away by it. And then, that led to, obviously taking classes and then performers you like, and then podcasts started to come up, and it really feels like there's a way to access it now, regardless of where you are, that there wasn't before.
Yeah. I mean, it just to that point too. I mean, there are some, Zoom prov classes that have been like, I find them to be, have been incredibly helpful in like advancing like, my own improv. And because, in Austin, there's some excellent teachers and some excellent programs. But once you start getting towards the end of, the standard levels, there aren't as many sort of like advanced courses or, other focus ways to like improve outside of like really just trying to perform, finding coaches and stuff like that. So it's been great to have online improv classes too, to sort of work on some skills. And then, I get to take a class with Ryan Rosenberg. So it's just like, I was like really cool for me,
Yeah.
But,
when did you take the Orion class?
I'm in it right now. Yeah.
Oh, you are
right now. Yeah.
That's fascinating. I don't know. He and I were roommates for like 8 years.
Oh, really? That's crazy.
Yeah, we met in 101. And we were the only people, like, at the time it was using like Facebook groups, and we were the only people in our Facebook group from our 101 class that were like, who's going to Herald Night tonight? Like, and we were always going, and then we took 201 together and 301 and 401. And I think somewhere around 201, we were both living on opposite ends of town, and he was like, hey, do you want to live together? And I thank God he asked, because I don't ever see a world in which I would have asked.
Yeah.
And then we moved in, and we got like an apartment by the UCB Theater, and lived together for 8 years. So it's very, very cool to hear that you're taking a class with him right now. Like, that's great.
So that made me think of a question that I wanted to ask you, if that's okay too.
Yeah, of course.
It's just sort of like, when in your journey did you decide that, like, or what was it that made you decide that like improv was for you, or like, doing it was for you? Did you have like a moment when you?
Yeah, well, man, I don't think anybody has ever asked that question. That's such a great question. And I think like it has always sort of changed. Like in high school, I did the musicals, and I'm not like a big theater person, but the same friend who moved out here was like, you should do the musicals. They're like pretty fun. And I was like, okay. And I did them, and we'd do rehearsals, and we'd sometimes do like short form games, but I didn't know the difference between short form and long form. And I just thought it was very fun. Like, and I was like, oh, I like doing this. I like thinking on my feet and stuff like that. And I think that's part of what made me go like, oh, you can like pursue this and get better at it in sort of a more traditional form, like an academic forum. So I did that, and it was like really, really fun. And I don't know that I was ever like, I didn't see it as for me. I mean, my 101, I sat in the car before the first class and was like, I should just go home. Like, I shouldn't. What are you doing? Like, this is going to be so nerve wracking. And I kind of did that. The first 401, I took 401 a few times. And the first one I took without Ryan, I was sitting in my car sort of doing the same thing, going like, I can't believe I'm going to do this. Like, it always felt just out of reach in terms of like, for me. But I think it was maybe my first practice group or something like that outside of the class setting. And it was like, we're just going to get together and we have a coach and we're going to practice for 2 hours. And I left that practice like on such a high. Like I could not really believe that it was okay as adults to still be like, hey, do you guys want to like play for a couple hours together? And I think that might have been it. The fact that I don't have a distinct moment makes me wonder if I'm always kind of like sort of checking in and going like, is this for me? Is this the thing that's for me? But I think that was it, is like, and that's the thing that has always been that pulls me back into it. Like when I get exhausted or fatigued or like, is there like, what's next, or how do I keep doing this, or what other things are there for me? It is like the simplest thing of like having, well, now I don't practice, which I would love to practice, but even just being in somebody's living room and getting to be a part of a joke, teaching a class or teaching a workshop or kind of practices. I love the classes and teaching, but the practice is like the cool thing about it. I still coach a handful of teams, is like these people all pick to play together. And so you're kind of getting to sort of like be a facilitator for people having fun, and getting to be in on that and getting to witness that is like, yeah, sometimes I'm sitting on the couch going like, God, I wish I was playing in that scene with them. But most of the time it's like, this is for me because it's just like, it feels so, I feel so fortunate that I get to like be a part of people having fun. And I have that with shows. I enjoy doing shows. Obviously, but shows always have a little added element of like, this is a performance, and I'm trying to like make sure that the audience is having a good time and that I'm supporting my teammates. And there's always a tiny bit of pressure in the way that like a living room practice or whatever is like, there's nothing here except like, how hard can we make each other laugh? Like, you know, and that's kind of what those podcasts are and stuff like that, is just like, these people are here, getting together to like make jokes, and we get to like listen along, which I think is so great.
Yeah. You know, it's so interesting because like, just on that line, like the teacher's lounge is really like a real crash course in like gifting in a way, because that's all they're doing. That's all they're doing is just giving them a gift, and then they're just saying yes, and then just like heightening it to an insane degree. But I would have never had thought, I would never think about it that way if I hadn't like taking improv. That's what makes it funny, you know, and that's what's like really, really cool about like continuing on and also having those different kinds of experiences with different people too.
That's very well said. I just came across a post on the improv Reddit forum, and it was like, I think taking improv has relaxed me. Like it has made me take situations that I would have been more uptight about or more judgmental about, and just sort of, I'm paraphrasing, but like let go and relaxed. And I think that in part of it is that gifting. Like when people are new to improv and they're given a gift in a scene, you can see that like, I don't know how to hold this or receive it, or maybe I don't like it. And then when you watch people play together longer and longer, it is that like, oh, give me whatever you want. Like, I'm going to find a way to sort of move things forward and advance them, which is like, it's great. It's awesome. It's like it's very funny, but it does, I think, you had mentioned a little earlier of like, oh, I felt like maybe social skills were atrophying or whatever. And it's like, I think everybody benefits from that, from doing improv. And it's such a goofy box that those tools come in. So it always feels weird to point to it and go like, this is actually helpful for a lot of different parts of life, because it's like, oh, we just did a scene about like a pirate, like a fart pirate or whatever.
Yeah, right.
But it's like, yeah, you're going to like find ways to keep conversations going. And I was listening to a podcast, and they had a guest on who wasn't an improviser, but they did an interview, and it was just like a TV podcast, and they were just interviewing an actor, and they had so much fun. And they were like, man, it would be great to have you on anytime. You're so great. And it's like, it was fun, and it was a great interview because he was yes-anding the entire time. Like, he just never put a stop to anything that was like offered up as a gift.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that like that has also really helped. So some of the things that I've seen after doing improv for just a little bit is just, there is more relaxed conversation with people. You're able to just listen better. And I think it's really helped me sort of relate to like kids in a way that I wasn't like really comfortable with before. I find myself interacting with like, the newborns differently, mimicking, doing certain things that'll like make that like they'll like relate, they seem like they're relating to me anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah. And they're having a good time.
That's a great observation. That's kind of like I guess that's part of the next question, or you sort of answered it, but I was curious, like, yeah, what do you get out of it? Like what has you keep coming back to it?
Oh, I mean, what has me keep coming back is just that it's really fun. Like, it's just like, it's never not been fun. And also it's kind of a cool, it's like, you don't get a lot of opportunities in your everyday life. I mean, I know there are some people who go on to be like screenwriters or like do things that are creative or create other creative acts. But like for me, I don't have those a lot of those opportunities. And so this is like my opportunity to create something, and then to do it with a team is even better. Like I just, as a kid, and I had not participated in like acting, or I was not a thespian. I didn't really do any sort of performance, but I did play sports. And so the team aspect is like such a huge thing for me. Like I really like doing things with a team, working with them, also helping them get better. And you see that a lot when you're like playing with people like through class, like in the same classes through like some levels. You see people improve, and you see them like take on more from like your own offers, because they're going to jams, they're participating more, they're doing stuff. And that's also really cool to see. And I'm just really there to like, I really like to support people in that venture. Yeah.
I think there's such an overlap. Sometimes I think it's a like misplaced overlap. Sometimes I think we take the wrong things from sports and apply it to improv, like the idea that there's like you can win, or that there's a right way to sort of do this stuff. But I think that team element is a huge one. And for me, I did sports a little bit, but not a ton. And it has really helped me with that. Like, I've never really been competitive, but it has been so collaborating has been a challenge for me in the past, because I didn't have that sports. I wasn't ever on a team that I cared enough about to sort of feel like I had ownership over it, but it wasn't my thing. And improv is like being on teams, especially teams that I've been placed on. It's like was such a kind of wake up call to the idea of like, this is not yours. You are a part of this, the same as everybody is a part of it. And I really try and push that forward, especially in teaching, when you do get people who are new to it, or maybe don't have that sports background, and they're like, well, I wanted the scene to do this. And it's like, yeah, I understand that. that's going to lead to frustration every time. Because if we all knew it was going to do that, then there wouldn't be anything surprising about it. Like, it would be as if we all had scripts. And the best thing about improv is, or the best compliment is like, oh, that felt written. But you can't write it ahead of time. And so it's like letting go of that attachment that you know where the scene is going to go, or that your idea is the idea that we're all going to sort of line up behind. It's like we're all kind of following the follower, as that phrase goes.
Yeah, and to like it's difficult, and you can see it a lot. Like, I mean, to rid yourself of the thought that there's one best idea, right?
Yeah.
And so it's not really that way. The best idea is just whatever the next idea is. And so whatever that is, you've got to be out there. Like, if you're out there, you've got to like commit to that idea, and trust that the other person's also going to continue to commit to their idea, And so that's kind of like a really cool, I mean, there's like a lot of tension there too. And it gets your adrenaline going a little bit, because you're there, you want them to also play along. Like, once you say, hey, I recognize that, and then it's like, let's see if they do, and then they don't, you're like, oh no. That can happen. So yeah.
And that's some of my favorite things that happen in an improv scene, where somebody's like, oh, but I didn't say the right thing or whatever. And it's like, we're all laughing. Like,
yeah,
it's really hard for me to agree with you that you didn't say the right thing if we're all laughing and having a good time. You didn't say the thing we thought you were going to say, or what the sort of setup was. But if everybody is laughing, then we've sort of done what we came here to do, kind of. Like, even if you're like, oh God, I can't believe I didn't see that. It's like, that's okay. You'll see it next time. Like,
right.
And even if you didn't, we laughed way harder than if you had done the thing that I expected you to do. Like, I think, you talked about gifting on the teacher's lounge, and it's like, yeah, you want to see them gift Ryan with something, and then Ryan do it in a way that is not the way you thought he was going to do it, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah, I mean, that's always so fun. Like, especially when, like, at this stage of where I'm at, like, you see a lot of more confrontational scenes with people. But so, like, the more interesting thing is to just let them be weird, like to let the weird person be weird, and to love them, or to like, still like them as a person, and then to just figure out how you work within that space. And so, like, yeah, I mean, like, that's like so fun. And it's also surprising for other people, for the audience, if there is an audience. Sometimes it's in practice, right?
Yeah.
But like, that's always the fun stuff. So
I could not agree more. Is there anything like right now that you're like an idea, or an approach, or a strategy, or anything that's sort of like holding your attention right now, that you're kind of like, oh, I've been thinking about this with regards to this type of play, or maybe something that somebody told you that you're like, oh, that's like really sat with me lately. Like, I find myself constantly sort of circling back to ideas, but circling back to them in a new way, or understanding them in a way I didn't before. Or like my classes are, it's like, all right, well, this month everybody's sort of getting this little thing that I'm thinking about. And then next month I might forget I even said it, or whatever. But is there anything that's sort of like holding your attention right now?
Yeah, I mean, I would say so. There's a couple things. First, on a level of play, I think it is that sort of finding a way to work with your scene partners in a non-confrontational way, where it's still like, you allow the person to be weird. Don't try to correct them. Just like let them like be who they are, and then work with them in that space, because that's where some of the fun can be. Because if there's someone who is the unusual person and you're not, you want to work with them instead of like being like, oh, that's a problem, because like that's also like real. That's also real, because there's lots of people who have quirks that you get along with, and you need to, and you're like, oh, that's how they are. They're just, like that. And that's like a real thing. And so I think that really hits with people if you find that right balance to make that scene work. And it can still be funny. You don't have to have the conflict. You don't have to like go on a journey to like change that person. You don't have to change anybody. Everybody's just fine,
Yeah.
And then the other thing, of course, like format wise, and like I've been thinking about, the Grand Slam that we've talked about, and trying to figure out how to we've made like a couple modifications so that it can be like plug and play for people at all different levels, because
I love this. Oh, great.
Because like the Slacker can be hard for people who don't understand tagging as a function yet.
Yeah.
So interestingly, like I've been in we have something called an improv fantasy league here, and so you're a captain and you select your team, and it's people from all levels, right? So you get to play with anybody from like, they could be a level 1 student, they could be like in a short form program or narrative program, and so you get those people, and so like when you want to introduce like a slacker, right? You're just like they don't get the mechanics, and so it's already really hard. So but you can do other types of like forms that sort of get to that. So there's a format called rabbit holes, which doesn't require, and I don't know what it's called. Like, all these formats have like different names to different people, right? But this one is where it's basically a slacker, but you edit with just wipes. You don't have to do tags, but you're basically heightening the scene before, or taking the radius of that idea in your terms to like a new scene in the next scene, and so on. But it allows for, instead of like worrying about how the function of a tag would work for some of these, it allows them to just like focus on what is being played in front of them and then just pull something from that.
Oh my God, this is awesome. Man, I think that's so cool. I was like so delighted when you had been like, oh, we're like trying out the Grand Slam. And in part, I mean, obviously there's the like selfish part of like, oh, cool, my thing is like resonating with people. But I think I was just like, I am so inside a bubble in Los Angeles, where it's like there's the Los Angeles improv scene, and then there's the way I am doing improv, and I'm like in a feedback loop. And then even if I step outside of it, it's just a different feedback loop. And so and that's kind of the reason I wanted to do these interviews, is like to hear how people are approaching it. And I've never heard of rabbit holes, and I love that. And I also think an improv fantasy league is so cool.
Yeah.
Is that at a specific theater, or is that in Austin in general?
Yeah, it's hosted at Cold Town Theater, but all of the improv schools are invited to, like, any student at any improv school can submit, and like they can submit as a player, or if you wanted to, you can captain a team. There's also a mystery door component. So during the competition piece, a mystery door person could come in and either try to like disrupt the scene or like play along, but they're in a character, right?
Yeah.
So we've had one competition and we made it through to the next week. But one of the teams had an Australian kayaker. That was the character. And so they had to like, and the whole team, like, you can also have like a theme for your team, and all of the players were dressed up as vampires. So it's very weird to see this like Australian kayaker to interact with vampires, doing like a vampire herald, they called it, because they were, they all had their accents and stuff. So it was very fun. Yeah.
That is awesome. Man, I just think that is so cool. I think improv is like, since I've been doing improv, there has been a big push sort of in Los Angeles, and I think everywhere, of like, oh, we've got lift up diversity and make sure that like we're putting people on stage from different backgrounds and things like that. And sometimes that can get a little buzzwordy more than the concept of it, which is like, and the reason we're doing this is because we want people to tell different stories. We want to see people approach scenes differently. We want like comedy gets to win out over everything, and we shouldn't limit it by having the same comedians doing the same thing. Like, and I think it is made a huge improvement in the community and the scenes that we're doing. But the levels that I'm sort of looking at now a little bit are exactly what you're sort of describing of like, oh, that's how someone else is doing improv in another city. That's how somebody in another city on another team is doing it for this league or whatever. And it's like, so you get a Vampire Herald with an Australian kayaker. And it's like, I think all improv would benefit from being able to sort of like, share notes. I
think that's what's really cool about being in. I mean, Austin, the community itself is pretty supportive with the improv community is like pretty supportive, and there's a lot of cross I don't want to say, like, I guess cross pollination and like different.
I think that's I was struggling for the word, but I think pollination is right.
So people would, and also the instructors will go from different schools. So it's like they're learning from different places, and so I think that's like really fun too, in addition to like trying to make sure there are diverse stories on stage. And
I absolutely love that. I just think that's so great. So as we kind of wrap up here, like, where are you finding yourself in your journey? What are you, it sounds like, is your team still in the league? Like, this is kind of, we're sort of at the, like, what to keep an eye out for, or if you're in Austin, or if you're going anywhere to perform or anything like that.
No, we're still in, but we have a show tomorrow night at 8:30, and once a month, I'm on a house team that plays at the Fallout Theater. My team is called Good Night from Slime City, and it's the last Sunday of every month at 7:30. And so you can come and see that. It's really fun. We have an interesting sort of living room opening where we're all polyamorous fathers telling our child, a bedtime story about whatever the suggestion is. So it can be really fun.
Man, sorry, did I cut you off?
No, you're good. Yeah.
That's awesome. That is like gold. You've given so much gold to this. I love that. I hope to, I don't know what order these are going to come out or how I'm doing that yet, but I spoke with Kristen last week. And I was in Austin a long time ago for improv, and I just had such a blast. And I've taken a lot of inspiration, and I hope to, I aspire to incorporate a lot of like what you and Kristen have talked about in terms of like that cross-pollination. And I think that's, it's so cool. Improv to me is still in its infancy, and it's like, we don't have to keep doing the same 7 forms, and like, and we need to like tap into some of this stuff that's out there, and podcasts are a great way to do it. And I hope that, I think a trip to Austin would be awesome.
That'd be great. I mean, there's some people who come, like Susie Barrett has been around recently. And so I took a workshop with her, and it was very cool.
She's the best.
I'm trying to think of who else has been around recently. Rich Tallarico has been around. But lots of people come out. Jeff Whitaker, who does who does Fuck This Month, I think. Is that right? Yeah. Now, he came out because a show called Good Fight was having its last show, and it was one of the things that he was a part of before moving out to LA. And so I did not know him. I was not around, but I've seen Fuck This Week. Or Fuck This Month rather. And it's the other thing too, is like, it's great now that some people in LA have figured out how to record some improv shows, and also now that other places are doing some live streaming, you can like kind of tap in and see like what other people are thinking about. So that's kind of cool.
It's very cool. It really does feel like the whatever that phrase is, like high tide raises all ships or whatever. Like, I feel like I'm somebody like pitching like decentralized internet or whatever, but it's like, if it's like, a polyamorous dad's telling bedtime stories as an opening is like, that will stick in my brain as something that's like, I love that. Looking for ways, like, I just think that's great. So cool.
Yeah.
Anything else, Cullen?
No, appreciate you having me. This has been really cool to have this opportunity. So thank you.
Welcome back, I think is what I'm doing at this point in the podcast. With me, I have the infamous PB&J, an improv team from Los Angeles, as they all are so far. Let's go around and introduce yourselves.
Oh, hi, I'm Chris.
Great. Hi, Chris. This is going great.
Great.
Hi, I'm James.
James?
Yep.
Hi, I'm Isabella.
Hi, I'm Mai.
Hi, Isabella. Hi, Mai. Thanks for being here. We can just get right into it. James, you DJ'd a party last night?
I did. I DJ'd a party last night.
A house party.
It was not a house party. It was at a speakeasy.
It was at a speakeasy.
TG, right?
No.
Okay, because James texted me yesterday and was like, you wouldn't like it at TG, it's loud. And for a second I thought he was talking about his own DJ.
No. I think I actually first texted you, I'm at TG, where you at, bruh?
Oh, yeah.
For the record. and then you texted, I'm at Anna's playing games.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, what kind of games are you playing?
You didn't text that.
No, that's what I thought in my head. But then after a while, I was like, I hope Isabella's not coming because I don't think she would enjoy this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It was
That's
very
sweet.
loud. I mean, not to say for the record, I enjoyed it. If that DJ at TG is listening to this podcast. But it was very loud.
Scratch that from the record.
Yeah, and you knew what not to do as a DJ. Don't be too loud.
Right. And I had just DJ'd an incredible set. For the record, it was an incredible set.
Yeah, whoa.
What makes it good? People are dancing?
That would be one thing that would make it good for sure. People are dancing. People are not making a scrunchy, confused, anxious face.
Right. Do you ever get like a whoop woo or somebody's doing that?
Yeah. If you do a transition well.
Yeah. See? Mai's laughing, but someone did that for the record. Someone did like a hand like.
Yeah, and for the record, for the listeners,
I don't know what it's called.
Chris pumped his fist.
Pump my fist. So someone did that.
No one did that, but I had a transition.
Yeah,
I do a transition from Rock Your Body by Justin Timberlake into Yeah by Usher featuring Ludacris.
That's fun.
And it's fun. It's a fun one. People enjoyed that.
You felt good about it.
I felt good. People had a reaction.
People had a reaction. Yeah, that's nice.
Good one. A good reaction.
Yeah, I'd be terrified to be a DJ.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't
because
It's too much like pressure and you want everyone to have a good time, and if they're not, I would walk away. I wouldn't
walk.
If you're bad at it, you just gotta walk away.
Wow.
Why sit there?
I really don't think that's what you should do. I really don't think that.
Has anybody else DJ'd?
No. I can't even like put on a song if someone's in my car. I like immediately flip to the radio. Yeah,
it's really tough. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't like that. What about TV DJ?
Oh no, I don't like that
Will
either.
you take the remote? Anybody a remote taker?
Yeah, absolutely.
Are you?
Absolutely. I know what we want to watch.
What do we want to watch?
Bull Durham.
You just watching Bull Durham again?
I was started it again last night.
Is that like a my favorite?
I only saw it once, and it was an instant favorite.
Didn't you recently see it once?
Well, get this, it was a year ago, or maybe almost 2 years ago.
You're on your Bill Durham anniversary?
Yeah.
Annual,
It's a summertime classic.
Yeah.
Last time I watched it, I had COVID, so I needed to see if was it the COVID that made me love it, or was it just the movie.
And
I don't know. I watched the first 10 minutes and I said, I just saw this.
Okay. So you're not even a good TV DJ for you.
But you know we all want to watch it.
I know.
You're also DJing movies for TV.
DJing movies for TV. James, that's too much. I don't
too much
understand
media.
what we're saying
Did
anymore.
you fire it up because of Horizon?
Did I fire it up because of Horizon?
Yeah. Are you like in a Kevin? Because Kevin Costner's like in the.
Oh, I see.
Because of Horizon and American
I thought you said
Saga.
Verizon, but you said Horizon.
No, I just I don't know. It's a crowd pleaser.
Oh, okay.
It's an instant classic. People think they know what it's about. Then you put it on, you realize, and they're stunned. They're like,
because it's not about baseball.
It's about baseball, but it's about romance as well.
Yeah.
It's a love story.
It's quite
about baseball
hot.
and
sex.
It's really about sex.
How does baseball and it doesn't feel like the most romantic sport to me.
Well, if you ask Susan Sarandon,
everyone's really far away while you're playing. Oh.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you mean amongst the players? There's not a lot of spark because they're so far away.
Yeah.
From each other?
Just like in the out. I guess I was picturing outfield.
Outfield is like trying to hit on the first baseman. And it's not going well.
Yeah. So football, very romantic.
That feels easier to be romantic.
Yeah.
Chess feels very romantic.
Wow.
Chess is Chess is, I feel like, one of the horniest sports out there.
Chess is a sport.
Controversial for a lot of reasons.
Yeah, a lot of takes in that.
It's too bad that you can't like accidentally touch someone's hand because you have your pieces, so you can't like.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
There's really no contact in chess. Is what
But it's like a battle of the minds.
And what's more erotic? Two minds facing each other. No touch. No contact.
Exactly.
Mind. Pure mind.
Exactly.
No speaking.
Yeah. I think it's
That's
I think it's
romantic
charged.
to you.
I think it's charged. I don't know if it's romantic, but it's incredibly sexy. And you have to think so hard. And I think sometimes that'll get you going.
But you've never like had a chess date. No. Have you ever,
My boyfriend and I would play chess.
Play chess? Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Chess, I think, is a red flag in a relationship.
Oh.
What do you mean?
I don't mean you're in your situation.
I don't. Please tell me. I've been looking for red, keeping an eye out.
No, for yours, it's very sweet and romantic. It's more like if you find
in every other relationship.
And in every other relationship, if you find the person you're dating is overly interested in chess, they are a psychopath. And I'm going on the record saying that.
What about checkers?
That's all I'll say. No, checkers is sweet.
Okay.
Hungry Hippos?
Wait, what?
You don't know that
You don't
game?
know about this game?
No, I know.
I
but
think it's a red flag.
Does
'cause
anyone own it?
It's probably like a child you're dating.
You're arrested immediately.
That's how you find out. Oh no! Oh no!
We got hungry hippos.
Why do you keep wanting to play Hungry Hippos with me?
I've been asking the teams how long they've been a team.
How long has it been?
Well,
Yeah.
the team has had a few iterations.
Yeah, we've changed over the years, but we were a pre-pandemic
You're a pre-pandemic team.
Yeah.
Pre-pandemic.
Yeah.
I'm the rookie.
Yeah,
James is the
new.
rookie.
We saw him DJ and we were like, we gotta do improv with this guy.
Yeah. I walked away from the table for that one.
Yeah.
I think we met through a workshop.
Yeah.
in
In my apartment.
Pre-pandemic.
That was before me.
And we were performing at the Moving Arts.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were in like all of your spaces. We
Yeah,
performed
you've been in every
single
space.
one.
Yes.
You followed We Across Town, thankfully.
Yes.
Thank God. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We're the wee heads.
We're wee heads.
We
What can we
travel with
say?
you.
We're wee heads.
Do you do anything as a team outside of improv?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I talk on the phone a lot with these people.
Yeah.
Do you really? Do you have phone calls?
Yeah.
We actually do.
A group phone call?
No.
I would say
call
it's
people.
Isabella having calls with all of
Each of
us,
us.
Yeah.
and then we should all start having calls.
Yeah, we
as
should.
well.
Yeah.
We'll have a drive up Beechwood Canyon every once in a while.
Oh, yeah.
Me,
Find our
mine,
cars.
Chris.
Yeah.
And then they sort of learn what kind of driver
Pretty
I
fun.
am.
Yeah.
Freaked
Which is
out.
good.
See what you got in your car. It's really good.
Boxes
good car.
of tissues.
Boxes of tissues. Mine has allergies.
Oh, thank you for saying that. I feel really seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were wondering what they were for.
Jerking off.
In the car. We'll have a lunch at Fred 62.
Oh,
We'll
yeah.
have a lunch.
We'll try
Okay.
to go to a different restaurant. And
We like
ultimately,
each other.
Yeah, we do.
We hang out, yeah.
maybe we should get some more stuff on the books, though.
Yeah.
We're
This is
actually all
making me-
hugging right now. You
Yeah.
can't see it.
Yeah, they haven't stopped since they got here. What was I going to ask about that? So you started calling people.
I guess I just, I love phone calls.
Okay.
Yeah. But I love like hours long phone calls. So I'll just really talk until someone's like, I gotta go.
Oh, okay. And how long do you have to be on a team with somebody before you phone call them?
I think.
Were you
say
making
that it was pretty instantaneous before we were getting FaceTime.
But I think it was because we are all phone call people too.
Yeah.
I'm not, but I'll always take your call.
I've noticed that about you.
Wait, what? If I see a call from you, though, I'm like, all right, cool. I'm
You
gonna
do
take
pick
this.
up, but
Yeah.
you do sound mildly confused sometimes.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's
I would-
fair.
Did you leave a message? Will you leave a message if they don't pick up?
I'll usually say, sorry, I called. That was so weird if it's first. If it's like one of the first ones. To try to act like I don't love phone calls as much as I do. So I don't usually leave messages, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think you first FaceTimed me,
That
and
can't
that
be-
was
I
really
hate
exciting. Well, it was
FaceTimes.
exciting. I think you had a brief moment where you liked FaceTime.
Really?
Yes. And
Interesting.
then it went away.
I really don't like them. I think FaceTime's more like an acceptable like way to contact your friend for some reason. I feel like it's more-
Oh,
it's
really?
it's a.
We have like a mutual friend who told me that he will FaceTime Mai out of the blue.
Yeah.
And that was such a wild concept to me.
The
Like, I
thing
can't-
about me, anyone who's FaceTiming or calling me, I'm in the bathroom. I'm pretty much always in the bathroom.
With the tissues.
jerking off.
Are you picking up?
Well, if it's Isabella, I'll pick up and be like, as usual, I'm in the bathroom.
Yeah, that's how most of our. It's like not hellos as much as usual. I'm in the bathroom.
This
is how we greet each other.
I love this. I don't think I've talked to one person on Bitchin' on the phone.
Really?
I don't think so.
But sometimes
Oh,
texting
Lisa.
is so...
I've talked to Lisa on the phone.
Okay. You remember
Just
the
Lisa.
call.
The screen.
I remember the call. It might have even been a script consult, so it might not even
Okay.
count. I don't think I've had a
That's
casual.
business.
Hey,
Yeah.
why don't you call him right now?
Give Waylon a call.
If you called Waylon, he would pick up, right? He would,
I don't know. If somebody got an incoming call from Jake Jabor, they must think I'm dead.
Let's. Wait, should we see what happens?
No.
write this down.
I say no because I'm worried I'll go 0 for 7. Nobody on Bitchin' will pick up, and then you will be stuck with me for the next hour while I go, God, not one of them. I won't be able to focus on the improv. I love that you do phone calls. I'm not a phone call person, but
Are you a
I like
texting
it.
person?
You know what? I'm an in-person person. All of it stresses me out, I realized. Texting, I don't know how to end one. I feel like I started getting too liberal with the heart
So now if I do the thumbs up, it seems like I'm not.
Yeah, it feels
fully
passive aggressive or something.
Yeah, I
Oh my God,
changed.
thumbs up is it's brutal.
It's brutal.
You
I
can't
agree.
thumbs up.
I've
You have
thumbs
to
up.
heart.
Saw what you
Yeah,
did.
so now we
just like
all
a
heart.
okay.
I have to heart.
You have
like,
to heart, and then they're gonna have to come out with the super heart.
They need a medium.
because
Super hard.
Yeah.
and maybe a couple roses.
But then it's going to be like, oh, but I just normal hearted. Why did I
yeah,
super hard?
yeah.
I know it's on. Yeah,
We're gonna get a turbo heart bomb, and then we're never gonna be able to go back from that.
But yeah, we had a discussion recently about the double exclamation point.
Yes.
Because Isabella thought it was something else.
Yeah, I thought it was like. Wait, no, you go.
I think you thought it was like, this is urgent.
Yeah, or I thought it's like a alarm. Like what?
Yeah, what
Whoa.
the hell?
Oh,
I
it's
think
become comedic, isn't it?
For me, it's like an
Emphasis.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I'm
like, to
I
like
sign
yes,
off on this.
I agree.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Oh, you do. I agree.
I
With like
agree.
with vigor.
Yeah.
Oh, I understand what's happening. You
Emphasis.
mean
The
the?
two
Oh, I
Yeah.
thut you
in
meant
the-
in text.
Oh, no.
Freestyle.
Well, that
No.
don't even get me started on that.
Yeah, we had a big discussion
We had to
about
talk
that.
about that.
This is awesome.
One of your calls.
I think we talked about it in person.
We were
did it in person.
Little Dom's.
Your calls really help me because I get frozen very often. Like I'll need to do a task. I get frozen, literally squatting on the ground because I can't. Sometimes I'm like in the bathroom. It's a squat. It's like a hole in the ground.
Silence of the Lambs hole in your
I
bathroom.
often squat on the ground in my apartment because I'm in between tasks and I'm like, I can't sit down on the couch, then I'll get too relaxed. I can't sit down on a chair. I have to squat on the ground because I'm like, no, focus. You have to do the next thing. And I will sit like that for like,
Are you okay? Some people have kept the back
I
legs
really
there.
should not have screamed into the
But I can also
microphone.
move this. Are you okay?
I'm good. Yeah.
Chris,
You're
I'm
fine.
so
Chris,
sorry.
Chris went back in the chair a little bit.
I must
Shouted
I have
into a
great.
glass table.
I have great balance.
I don't
for
know
the
why
record.
that sent me into another dimension. And
Add some reverb on my screen.
Yeah, I'll Isabella will call and then I'll be like, oh God, right. And then as we talk, I can do my task.
That's how I get my tasks done too. Actually.
Wow.
So you're like a gargoyle frozen in stone.
100%.
And then Isabella's the full moon.
Yeah. And you guys get what I mean when you squat on the ground because you can't let yourself sit on a couch.
I'm going to try it.
Yeah.
I'm convinced I'm not being efficient and productive with my time. Like I need to maybe a squat would get me
Yeah, maybe if you weren't allowed to sit on the couch.
Maybe if you
Yeah.
went to gargoyle mode more often.
go gargoyle mode. Goblin mode was 2022.
Yeah.
I'll say though, you can take it too far. Back when I was very sleep deprived, I used to fall asleep in this gargoyle
Really?
pose.
No.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because I used to brush my teeth squatting. Because I would be like, I don't think you guys are picturing it right, and I want to show you, but I
I'm picturing
also
it like a gargoyle.
Like
Like
it's-
brushing their teeth.
I'm picturing you very low to the ground. You're like hugging your legs.
Mai's doing it right now.
it's like this.
Oh.
and
Oh,
I'm-
that's
what I
way
thought.
different.
but I'm
way
not leaning
different.
on anything.
I'm
I'm
That's
like
way
this,
different.
and I'm just brushing my
That's a
teeth,
bit
and then
more-
I'll
yeah.
Doze off.
I see.
Really?
Wow.
We're not going to describe it, but
But
it's
it
not
would
what
be a
you
good
think it
position
is.
It's
to
not what
suck
you
your
think
own.
it is.
Well, there you go. Okay, I think that's a good place to do some improv off of.
Please, everyone gather round.
Yeah, I know. Sorry, I got lost in the chess.
That's what you got lost in?
Yeah.
Oh. We're maintaining eye contact.
I know.
for a
I
really
can't
long
look
time.
away.
You only got a minute left
Jeez.
to make your move.
God, this
Oh,
World
buddy.
Series has been crazy. Okay, knight to E2.
Really putting my rook at a tight spot.
We see that they're like an inch away from each other's faces.
Oh yeah?
Oh, yeah.
You like where your rook's at?
Not anymore. A rook to L7. Ding with the timer.
I can't do this. My husband's watching. This is crazy.
This is just a game of chess.
I know, but this is crazy. There's something more happening here.
What? No. Buddy, you got this. I love you.
Ugh.
Oh my God, she's beautiful.
Ugh.
She's beautiful, that woman. Stands.
Yeah, I know. But she's not here. She's not here right now playing this game.
This is me and you.
All right.
You're sweating.
Hang on. Bishop to C7.
Oh my God. My queen.
All right, we're going to take a break from the World Chess Championships here on ESPN. It's getting a little heated. We're going to...
I tell you, Jake, I have never seen two players perspire so much.
Nor have I, and I've watched a lot of sports.
I know, seems to be the sweatiest sport I've ever seen, and there's no physical contact, no movement except for a couple finger moves.
Couple of finger moves, couple of digits. It's getting hot and heavy in there. Let's cut over to the Baseball World Series, see how that's going.
And we're back here at the Baseball World, where it is getting very heated and sexy.
Now, Chucky, we've never seen something like this out in the field, have we?
I have.
Really?
But I was too scared to tell you about it.
Oh, look. We got a player doing something down there.
Hey!
Hey!
What's up?
Nothing? You up?
Am I cup?
It looks
Cup,
like
my cup.
the left fielder and the third baseman are trying to hit it off.
No pun intended.
Thank you.
What are you doing tonight?
I was thinking of going to Dave and Buster's. You want to go to Dave and Buster's?
You're going to Cave and Dusters? A dusty cave?
And it does not appear to be going well.
I don't think they can hear each other, Chucky.
No way. Not like you and I can hear each other.
No, we're real close.
Hey, I'm gonna be honest.
Okay.
I like you.
I like you.
Man, fuck you.
Seems like one of them can hear the other one pretty well, and the other can only slightly hear him, Chucky.
And the only one who can't hear, of course, is just throwing down their mitt, throwing their hat out the field.
Oh, my God.
And is stomping all over the ground.
Oh, my God.
I'm coming in for a hug, I see.
I'll kill him.
Oh, my gosh, we're going to have to take a commercial break. It's getting pretty violent down there.
All right, and we're off the air. Oh, my God. I just want to let you know that I love you so much.
Oh, dude, I love you, too. I got your back. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, cutting away from that. The commentators of the World Series were not off the air. I've never heard such palpable chemistry.
Oh, wow. I love how they have this new job to commentate on the commentators. I'm very blessed to be here. I'm very blessed to be here indeed.
Excited to be here as well. Are you single?
Yes.
Incredible.
Now your move.
Is it hot in here?
Yes.
My move is approaching a topic of mutual interest. Do you enjoy the Hunger Games?
Only catching fire.
Oh, deflected slightly.
Then let's cut back to the to our chess game. They're both. Oh my God. Are they both coming?
Honey, what's happening? What's happening over there?
Yeah, I'll give you a ride. Yeah, come on in to my car. Yeah, just to let you know, you're gonna see some tissues. It's not for what you think, but yeah, you just wanted to prep you before you got in my car.
Oh yeah, thank you. No, I'm just grateful that you're giving me a ride. I parked so far. It's insane.
Yeah.
Oh whoa. That's so many boxes of tissues.
Hey, I prepped you before, so I'm glad we cleared the air because it's not for what you think. If you had to say, okay, let's just clear it. What do you think these are for?
Honestly, I had no guess because there's just so many boxes of tissues. I've never seen this in a car before.
Yeah.
It sounds like you think I'm gonna think that you like jack off.
Okay, see, I'm glad we're talking about this because that is not what they're for. I'm glad we're talking about this.
I don't think that. I just am like, how are you driving like this? There's so many boxes in here.
The same way, I have backup cameras and forward cameras, so I don't need to see out of my rear window.
Hey, dude. I noticed you got a bunch of tissues in your backseat. Are you doing like a sales back here?
Oh, thank God! That's such a good. Yes, that could be.
You're selling tissues, right? You go like door to door.
This guy's standing in front of the car. He stopped the car in the middle of the road.
Oh, great! Hollywood Boulevard is so insane sometimes.
Yeah, I do love that this guy didn't just think the worst of me, but yeah.
Do you want to just say like why you have all these tissues so we can just, because it seems like you're freaking out about this. I don't think you're jacking off in here. I also don't even know that you have the room to do that comfortably.
Oh, you would be surprised. Not that that's what I'm doing.
Hey, what's going on over here? Is it tissue sale?
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Yeah, man, get in line.
Okay, I'll line up right behind you.
Yeah, I want to buy 2 boxes if I can. It's not for what you think.
I hope they don't sell out.
These guys are freaks.
Yeah, can we just keep going?
I can't believe these guys are going to jack off with my tissues.
They're
disgusting. They're disgusting.
Tissues aren't used just to jack off.
I know, trust me.
Listen. I gotta get home.
Okay.
It's been a long day, and my cat is alone.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I need to go feed her.
Okay.
Could you please get me to my car?
Just a couple of boxes.
Can you guys back the hell off?
It's not what you think. I'm not blowing my nose with it, okay? It's not what you think. I just want 2 boxes.
Okay.
Oh, my God. Well, I don't have any to spare, buddy.
Okay.
What? So you are using these to jack off?
But hey, we talked about this.
Sorry, but the way you've been handling this, could you just tell me why you're freaking out about these tissue boxes so much? Because I'm more just like, why are there so many in here?
Yeah, okay. Sometimes if I were to jack off, it would be nice to have them, but I don't.
Oh my God.
I didn't want to say that.
I really hope they don't sell out.
You know, there's a CVS right over there. It's open. You could buy tissues in there.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit. Okay, sorry. Sorry to inconvenience you guys. Hope your cat gets fed.
Thank you.
Yeah, where do you live?
I'm sorry. No, you're taking me to my parked car.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Far. This is like why I hate going to the Hollywood Bowl. This is why I hate going to the Hollywood
Bowl. We
had
a great time at the concert.
Yeah, until I didn't know that you were such a freak about your car and all the stuff in it and the boxes and the tissues and whether or not you are or not jacking off in here. Like, you're a different person at the bowl.
We cut to the Hollywood Bowl. Hey, everybody, this next song is a sad one, so if you got your tissues, pull them out.
Ah, shoot. Left them in the car.
Oh, haha, we can get them later. Oh, do you mind giving me a ride to my car? It's so far. I can't walk there.
Yeah. I'm just going to prep you right now. There's a lot of pictures of nude women in my car, but it is not for what you think it's for.
You're so funny. It's hard to hear back here, huh?
I know, we got really far seats.
I know, but this is cute. Oh, this picnic, this spread.
I know. You can bring in your own wine and cheese to this place. Can you believe that?
You did good.
Yeah,
This is an awesome date idea.
Really?
We're only going up from here.
I agree. I think so. This is probably one of the best days of my life.
All right,
my God.
Thank you, everybody. All right, this next song is not sad. Get your tissues out because it's a little sexy.
They keep saying get your tissues
I can't believe I left them all in my car.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I guess if you do a last minute date at the Hollywood Bowl, you just kind of go see whoever's there, even if it's these guys.
We are the Marx Brothers.
M-A-R-K-S.
Yeah, don't get it twisted. Ooh, ah, ee, yeah. Ooh, ah, ee, yeah.
I know all the words. Yeah.
Cut to the green room after the show. Oh man, brother Mark. That was one of our hottest shows yet.
Oh my God, Mark. Yeah, we're going to be famous.
Yeah, we just played the Hollywood Bowl.
Yeah, as an opening act.
True.
Now we're going to be a headliner this time next year.
Yeah,
Mark my words.
Yeah, man, and Bon Jovi really killed it after us. Man.
You think so?
What the hell is going on in here? I'm the manager of the Hollywood Bowl. You guys used up all the tissues in this room. This is the green room. This wasn't in your rider.
What? Are you sure it wasn't John Bon Jovi?
You think John Bon Jovi used all the...
Yeah, he might have. It might be
You're
something to
putting the
look
blame
into.
on him using all the tissues?
I know. We said when we were on stage, we said, hey, pull out your tissues for every song. But that doesn't mean it was us.
Maybe JBJ pulled them out when we were singing.
Was JBJ?
If John Bon Jovi used all the tissues in this room, he's never coming back to the Hollywood Bowl. I can guarantee you
he's
that.
in the other room over there. He's got a couple
What does he have a couple of?
He's got a couple friends with him from out of town. They might have gone hog wild with those tissues.
All right, I'm gonna go talk to him, but you two stay here. I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. I can't just the profits here are razor thin. So if everybody uses too many tissues, this is a net zero for me. John?
Whoa! Halfway there.
Halfway to where? I open the door.
Dude, hey, dude.
What?
What are you doing? Bursted in here. I'm warming down.
What's going on? I heard you used all the tissues in the green room.
So, I'm a freaking rock star.
So?
I break a TV. I use some.
You broke a TV?
I eat some grapes. I use some tissues.
You ate our grapes?
They're in my freaking.
I'm gonna lose money on
rider.
this gig.
You're gonna lose money.
Yeah, John Bon Jovi opening for the Marx Brothers, and I'm gonna lose money on it.
Whoa! Living on a prayer. That was an incredible show. My friends agree.
Yeah, I'm just wiping away my tears because it's so beautiful.
Me too. That was amazing.
Who are these people?
Friends from out of town. Friends from New Jersey.
I didn't. Okay, this John, you're eating me out of house and home.
I'm eating you out.
Cut to.
I'm not eating you out.
Cut to the Hollywood Bowl guy asking for a loan at the bank.
Hello.
Let's see it happen.
It was such a good cut to that we had to not see. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, you guys.
What the hell?
I'm sorry. I'm not doing good enough
What
at
just
DJing.
happened?
I just turned off the music. I'm gonna walk away from the table now.
What?
I'm gonna walk away from the table.
I mean, you're bad, but like we're still having a fun time.
Keep going.
Keep going.
I just, dude.
Woo, woo.
Woo, woo.
Give me the woo woo.
Yeah, fist pump. Woo, woo.
I already stopped it. Now this is kind of awkward and weird.
Someone punch him.
What?
Someone punch him. Get him out. He's just standing and talking.
If you punch him, you could take over and we could party
You
again.
don't have to punch me. You can just take
Someone
over.
get up there. Be sure to punch him.
Oh my! Oh, I've always been waiting for this chance. I'm sorry. I've just. Oh, jeez! I got him in the trachea. Oh, jeez. Okay.
What happened to the music?
Okay, hang on. It's okay.
We'd love to get that music back on.
Play that music or we're gonna punch you.
Okay. Don't worry. I've been waiting for this chance.
Somebody punch her.
Okay, here.
Look at this photograph. I put it up on a hill.
Oh, that was a bad one.
What?
Some bad. Oh!
Punch my trachea. Okay, I got it. I'll put something on.
Where's the music?
Okay. How about this?
So you had a bad day. Make you wonder.
I love this song.
You think you don't know. You tell me don't know. You do it on the song, then you go for a ride.
And I did it.
What the fuck?
My trachea. It hurts to get punched in the trachea, right?
It's not fun. It makes it sound like you're a lifelong smoker, but
I'm up at the stand and I'm going all night, baby. Let me put on this record.
You're beautiful.
You're beautiful.
It's a wonderland.
It's a mix I created, everyone.
Holy shit.
holla back, girl. Holla back, girl.
Wow.
Wow.
Actually,
wow,
you know
wow.
what? I'm ending. This isn't bad enough.
Oh, welcome to the club. It so hurts.
It's now just my and 4 people holding their tracheas.
Are you gonna play anything? Play something I can sing along to. Play something I can sing along to.
Oh God, I've never been in this position before.
We're still here. We want to dance.
Okay. I guess I just have to play something.
Yeah.
7 years ago.
Just wait for the drop. Seriously, don't punch me.
Our forefathers.
Wait for the
who are
drop.
Blessed up in heaven.
Wait for the drop. Don't punch me.
Hallowed be thy name.
Yeah, you see?
And dance. Move your body, lose your soul. Dance. Eat your husband.
Cut to Mai with her agent. So that
And that's how it all started for me.
Okay.
Just me and a bunch of fucked up tracheas and that song, and then it's carried me until today. So
Right.
you'll sign me, right?
Yeah. Do you have any other originals? Because that one was. I guess I got a little confused by the messaging.
I do have another original, but you got to hear the story of it first.
Okay.
So picture this: I'm at the club. Everyone's trachea has been punched in.
But this is the same story.
I think you'll find the songs a little different.
I can't wait to hear it. Click.
Mr. Gorbachev, tear it down.
Wait for the drop.
And dance. Lose your body, dance.
This is the same thing. Eat your husband? Do you have any songs that don't start with a political message and then go into dance and get a little fucked up?
Play the next one.
That's the problem. Okay. I got you.
Okay,
Yeah.
great.
So picture this: I'm at the club where people have their tracheas punched in, and I play a little song that goes like this.
President Biden.
No, okay, no. I promise that wasn't. Sorry, wrong one. This one does not start with political messaging.
Yeah.
All I do is win. DJ Khaled.
Okay, well, that's not you.
Oh, you can't be pleased.
Well, you're just playing.
Oh,
Fine, I'll take the political one. I'll take just not one that's
Thank
DJ.
you.
I am
Khaled.
DJ Khaled, and I am running for political office.
Wait for the drop.
On my campaign, you will dance. Eat your husband. All right. Let's take a little pause for a word from our sponsors. And our sponsors are me, We Improv. Have you been enjoying this podcast? Check out weimprov.org for more We Improv related stuff. I've got a book, Elevator Farts, Exercises, Offers, and Notes of Encouragement for Improvising. You can get it at weimprov.org or amazon.com or barnesandnoble.com. It's available in digital and paperback. And it's got a bunch of exercises and, offers and notes of encouragement for improvising. It's small. It's part of a series I call Lap Books, designed to fit in your lap or sit in your pocket. Check it out. Let me know what you think. Also, I have a seminar coming up on improv curriculum and teaching. It's online, so wherever you are, you can check it out. It'll be recorded if the time difference is too crazy. But it's Saturday, December 14th and Sunday, December 15th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. We're going to blueprint an entire 4-week curriculum and then execute a 2-hour workshop. I'll show you how I did it. We'll do it together, and then you'll have the tools to do it yourself. That you can sign up for at weimprov.org. We also have a one-day seminar in person in Los Angeles with Celia Gurney called Mix It All Together, leveraging your other interests and commitments to go further in comedy. Celia started an improv scene in France, and she's been teaching here in Los Angeles at WE. She's very resourceful. She has a wealth of information, not just for comedy, but for sort of like resourcing and strength finding and being able to connect your interests. So check that out. We have a humor writing class. That's online. You can do that wherever you want with Katie Barsotti, who's been published in the New Yorker Shouts and Murmurs and McSweeney's and Woolly Mag. She'll help you write a humor piece. Phenomenal pieces and reviews from the last round of this. So check that out. If you're in Los Angeles, we have classes. You can check those out. We have shows. Check those out. It's all at weimprov.org, or most of it is. All right, back to the show.
Please, everyone gather round.
Your word is suitcase.
Suitcase.
I'm so excited for our trip to Hawaii, honey.
Yeah. It's going to be really romantic.
It's going to be real romantic. We haven't been there in years, since our honeymoon.
Yeah. Do you think they'll remember us?
I mean, how could they forget us?
Yeah. Right?
We were rocking the luau's.
Mm-hmm. Went till 10.
Went till 10 p.m. and then, you took your shirt off.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, it was years ago now.
Mm-hmm.
It was years ago.
You still remembered me taking my shirt off.
Oh, baby, do I remember? I think about it all the time. I think about it all the
I
time.
didn't know that about you.
Oh, yeah.
You never brought that up to me.
Baby.
You think about me taking my shirt off all the time.
Yeah, baby. All the freaking time I think about it when
Hey,
I'm at work.
So, yeah, you're 5 pounds overweight. So could we please I need you to clear this.
Take something out of my luggage? Like a shirt? maybe?
Yes. I asked this of you 15 minutes ago. You've been standing here.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah.
We're sorry.
I'll lose a shirt from my luggage.
Yeah,
Why don't you do that and I can see who next. I'll get back to you guys.
great.
Just move over to the side, please.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Thanks. Yep. I just put it here to weigh the luggage.
Yes.
Okay. Put it there.
Okay. Yeah, you're overweight.
Oh. Okay. What do I have to lose?
Probably a shirt, maybe.
A
It's a
shirt.
good idea.
How about
I remember. Wait, I remember you.
You remember me?
You were at that luau shirtless.
Yeah.
It
That
was
was so long ago. You remember that?
Sorry. Yeah. I just think about it weirdly all the time. But
All the time?
it sort of visits me in dreams.
I don't blame you, buddy.
Jesus
Hi, I'm Paul McGillicuddy.
Oh my gosh. So nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you. What's your name?
I'm Brittany.
All right.
But yeah, sorry. I remember you too. You were just like a beautiful.
Yeah, could we please move all of these conversations to the side and while you take out whatever excess weight you have and then circle back and I'll check you in. I need to keep the line moving.
I think my bag's ready now. I removed
great.
all the
Okay.
shirts from it.
Why don't you put it on?
We're sorry for all this inconvenience, ma'am.
No problem. Yep, you're good.
Perfect. Thank you.
All
All right, honey, put your bag up.
Okay.
Put your bag up there.
Moment of truth.
Yeah, this is
I'm
it.
sorry, sir. Are you going to just wear all of those shirts that you're going to wear to the vacation right now, layered on?
The X-ray can see through it, right? It's not a problem.
No, I don't think it's a problem. I think you might maybe get a little stuffy under. What is? Oh my God!
Don't worry. If I get a little stuffy, I know what to do. Actually,
It's really tight around the arms. It's looking
it's
like.
cutting off my. But I have my shirts.
Carol's a trooper. All right. Carol's a trooper.
All right. You want to put yours down?
All right. Moment of truth.
Just do it.
Here I go, putting my bag on. I hope I passed the test. All right.
Okay, right off the bat, I'll say.
There's a lot of vibrators in there. That's why you heard that.
What?
There's a lot of vibrators in there.
Okay, well, TSA might flag that. You know what? It's 2 pounds overweight, but I don't want to deal with this anymore.
I can take one of the vibrators out.
Do not take one of the vibrators out
sure?
right now.
I can just
put it in your hand. Just take it.
My God,
There's
do
male
not do
and
that.
female vibrators.
I just need you to get to TSA. They're going to deal with you. I don't want to deal with this
Are you
anymore.
sure? I really don't mind. I really don't mind.
If you take
really
out
don't mind
if you
taking
take
out a
out
vibrator.
if you take out a vibrator, I am going to call security.
Okay. So do I just go to security and I say they were cool with me keeping all these vibrators in here? It's fine that it's overweight.
We get to security.
So they were cool with me leaving all these male and female vibrators in here. So she said basically this is the next guy's problem.
Oh,
and if he gives you
Carol.
Carol.
Was it Carol?
It was Carol. My wife's name is Carol too, so I like.
That's my bad. Oh, I guess
That's
they have the
okay.
same name.
People have the same names.
Yeah,
It's a
I guess
real
now
thing.
I got to deal with this. All right.
I
First
can
of
take
all,
it out.
For starters, I'll just say you don't have to say male and female vibrators. I'm pretty sure it's unisex. It's like whatever. Anyone can use any
Have
vibrator.
you ever bought a male vibrator?
What is that? What are you talking about?
It's specifically designed for. Specifically.
That doesn't have to be a male vibrator.
I guess you're right. The guy made me pay a little bit extra. He duped me. He said, this is a male vibrator. It's going to cost you extra. It's specifically designed for the butt.
This is the hardest part of our job, just explaining
Hey,
like
can
sex.
I need backup.
Yeah.
What? I need backup.
Yeah.
What?
Hello? Hey, TSA guy ready to really prove my worth.
Hey, man, I know it's your first day. We're not saying TSA guy.
Why not?
God,
I'm sorry.
damn it. Every day we deal
It
with
is shocking that this airport stays safe.
I know.
The
I'm
amount
just-
of bullshit we got.
I know. Oh, and I accidentally left in my male vibrator this morning, so I'm feeling weird about it.
Oh
You
my
have
God.
a vibrator
It's
right
for
now.
men.
Hashtag relatable. Am I right?
I can't even begin. You're under arrest.
We got to a news station. We're hearing reports that an Delta flight was grounded. It sounds like too many of the passengers accidentally left in their male vibrators. The shaking from their collective male vibrators interfered with the airplane's electronics. Gee, Chuck.
I know. Yeah, I can't believe it. For once, we don't have planes grounding because they're poorly built or anything like that. It's just, it's
Sounds like Boeing dodged a bullet.
They really did. Yeah, these male vibrators, they're really taking over the air.
It sounds like we have someone out on the ground to interview, I guess, the survivors of this incident.
Yeah.
We cut to you.
Yeah,
David.
Diane, we're down here at the scene at the tarmac where there are a lot of passengers who are shooken up, quite literally. They seem to be pretty happy, though.
Hey, what's up?
Here we have one here.
Hey.
Sir, what's your name?
Rick.
Oh, Rick. Yes, Rick. And you were one of the passengers on the plane. You left in your male vibrator. Can you tell us more about that as the story develops?
Yeah, sure. This is quite an odd news story, but I feel pretty comfortable with my male vibrator. But yeah, I left it in. Plane went down. Everyone was kind of chill about it. We're here today.
Rick, that's amazing. So when you say male vibrator, what does this entail?
It's specifically for men. I got ripped off. It sucks.
Edit.
We got to case the joint. Let's like map the jewelry store floor, right? We're gonna do big time heist.
You don't have to tell me twice. I'll be looking out for any Barney.
Why do you keep talking with
Barney
that accent?
Rubble. Trouble.
Okay, thank you for explaining that. I did not know where you were going with that.
What? Why do you leave your phone on too? What are you
What is
doing?
your phone on?
Well, I've got friends abroad.
What?
I've got friends abroad. They WhatsApp me.
Okay, it was a WhatsApp
Why
message
is
coming
everybody
through.
coming at me? I'm your explosives guy, and you love me.
We love you, we do, but I don't know. You're so
Okay, you're all on my dick because my phone's on, but nobody's talking about this freak.
What?
Oh, I get it. He's an expert at getting schematics. He's good at figuring out, the entrances. But look at what he's wearing.
You don't like my funny hat?
What, you just said funny? You don't like my funny hat?
What, you don't like my funny hat?
It's like you knew that it was funny. And that's why you got it. You didn't buy a hat thinking, oh, this might look cool. You said funny hat.
Thank you. Finally, some of the heat is off. Old
Yeah, what the hell is going
Jinx.
on? Am I the only person here who's prepared for that?
You just got jinxed.
Sorry, I've been quiet, but I'm the coding lady. I don't really need to talk much.
Okay.
I talk to computers.
And yeah, honestly, everybody coming at me. Nobody saying a word about the coding lady. And we see, by the way, she's been bringing in stinky lunches every time we've met up.
You don't like my stinky tuna fish?
And you're calling it stinky.
You don't like it?
You put it in the microwave for some reason.
Who heats up a tuna fish
I
sandwich?
love a tuna melt. You're acting like you never heard of tuna melt. I code so hard all day to get us in and out of these places safely. Can't have a little melted microwave tuna to unwind?
All right, enough, okay?
All right.
Remember,
Focus.
10 a.m. tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
The place is closed.
Yes.
So it opens late.
It opens late.
Let's just say they won't see it coming.
Exactly.
That wall's coming down, no problem. Lickety split.
That computer virus protector is coming down quick as a cricket.
And we will always know what this place is blueprinted to look like. That will not change by tomorrow. So
we
my job
got
is
to
done.
the next morning. Okay, you heated up more tuna. I can smell it out of you.
Guys, you knew what you're getting with me.
Why did you couldn't just eat before? We're going to do a
morning.
bank heist.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's rich coming from you. What is that, a propeller on your head? What is that, a propeller on your hat, like a little kid?
Yeah, it's just fun. It's
not
just fun.
It's
a
not
fun
fun.
hat. You guys had a thing with the funny hat, so
I checked your WhatsApp and they were all bots.
You don't know that.
I'm sorry, but I do.
What are you talking about?
She's the coding lady.
Oh, you're telling me that Svetlana's a bot?
Yes.
Oh, and
Yes,
what about...
Where in England are you
what
from?
about Paulina?
Where in England are you from?
Cut to their conversation between Svetlana.
Svetlana, I cannot wait to meet you. I mean, it's just crazy. You're all the way there in Russia.
Yeah. No, I can't
I'm
wait.
all the way here in Los Angeles.
I can't wait to meet you too. I just need another $1,000 before I.
You are so funny, not responsible at all. Last time I gave you $1,000, you spent it in 2 days, silly.
I'm so silly.
Okay,
I'm so silly.
You are so silly.
And
you know
you're
what?
a sexy British man. You're a
That
sexy
is
British
so
man.
funny. Okay, you know what? That is really sweet. I will be wiring you $1,000.
Oh,
hey, can you send me a voice note?
Sure.
What are we going to say?
What are we going to say to him?
In the voice memo.
And a quick reminder, I do know you're Russian, so it's okay, whatever accent you got, just send it my way, babes.
How high can you make your voice?
Very high.
Okay, then you send the voice memo.
Svetlana, ...
It's because we are Russian men. She does not know this.
Yes. Okay. You go.
Hello. My sexy British man. Hello. We are over here in... Oh, just me. I am over here in Russia. And...
Say that he's big, sexy British man.
You are big British sexy man. And I am so eager to get.
You can't take it much longer. You can't maintain the voice much longer.
My voice is getting rid of.
Can't maintain the.
We are eager to get your next money transfer.
Wait a minute. Hold on. It sounds like maybe You said you were just average looking, but you're the most beautiful woman in the world. You must be. A voice like that is so sexy and beautiful.
You go. I can't do it anymore.
I'm going to try.
Go.
I'm going to try.
Oh, it looks like you're forming another voice though. You really didn't even have to, but okay.
Hello. Is it good? Okay. I really can't wait to see big, sexy British man. After all the money you sent us will get us ticket to go over. Yes. And we look forward to your more.
Or he won't
No,
believe it.
now hold on just a second. It's almost sounding to me like there's a second voice in the room, and there's two people, not one. You keep saying we, and I'm starting to think, Svetlana, do you have an even more beautiful sister with you? Does she need money too?
We can
I'll
use
get her
this.
money.
We can get more money.
Okay, the voice recording's still on.
Let's do one more.
Suitcase. Oh, what movie are you gonna watch on the flight?
Ooh, it's tough. The movie I want to watch, it's, you know that thing where you're like, you start watching a movie and you realize it's like too sexy for the flight?
Oh, yeah.
And you're like worried that there's people around you seeing like boobs or something.
Yeah, I feel like they actually on flights, did you know they like edit most of those scenes out where if it's like too graphic?
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I overheard your conversation. Not on our flight. We do not edit the movies. I just want to put that out there.
Oh, okay.
A lot of airlines are a little too scared to.
Yeah. Ugh. So
show
it's
the
like
whole
I
thing.
can't even watch The Big Lebowski because there's like a flash of boobs.
Right, but here on our flight.
Why do you remember that so clearly?
Everyone knows there's a flash of boobs.
Yeah, there's a
Big
woman at the
Lebowski.
party. She's being floated up into the air.
Thank you.
My bad.
And that scene's in the movie when you watch it on our flight.
Everybody knows about this scene.
I guess it didn't click for me.
Also, the
I remember
scene
the
where Ben Gazzara draws a man with a penis on
draws
the
it,
notepad.
so I'm guessing that's not cut out.
That's not. It's in the movie when you watch it, okay? You will see the drawing of a man with a penis. Erect penis.
Wow. Okay. Well, I guess Big Lebowski's out off the table.
How so?
I can't watch it. You know, if you're not going to cut those things, I just don't want to make people around me uncomfortable.
Sorry.
So, oh gosh, what else can I do from this list?
Great Gatsby.
Great Gatsby, yeah, boring. Can't do.
We added a scene into
You added a sex scene into The Great Gatsby?
Yeah.
Famously a movie about just edging and being blue-balled.
Yeah, that's right. Jay
Longing.
Gatsby actually goes down on someone at his party.
Oh my God.
We added
On
that
someone,
into-
not Daisy?
Yeah, not Daisy. Someone just at the party.
Wow. That is. So
But
you
where
guys
did you
are
film that?
producing
Yeah,
your
did you-
own?
Who did you cast?
I gotta say, the quality, you will notice it does look, the production on this, the budget, okay, significantly lower than what Baz Luhrmann was bringing, okay? So it will be obvious that it's something we
Cut to
spliced
the
in.
scene in The Great Gatsby. Yeah, so this is my party.
Wow, this is amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, right?
We see like a couple of streamers, a
Two.
few balloons, but it just looks like a really shitty party.
Man, the roaring 20s.
They are loud and they are mighty.
Yeah.
Um,
Speaking of,
yeah. I can't believe how fluidly we've had a conversation while you've been going down on me.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
it's pretty awesome. Maybe we should see each other again.
Okay, I'm down.
Cool.
I know the boom mic kind of hit you in the face there a little bit. We are rolling though. We're
Oh.
going to use that. That's okay.
Back to the plane. Maybe we should see each other again. That's what Daisy and Mr. Gatsby say to each other. It doesn't even make sense in the plot of the story. Also, you guys didn't edit out the boom guy talking.
But weren't you titillated, okay? Isn't that what it's all about? It was a sexy scene. People like that.
You know what? If I wanted to get titillated, I would have a male vibrator in right now, but I know not to because it brings down airplanes.
That's
As
right.
we all know.
They're banned from this.
They're banned, and I would never do it.
Oh, what about the?
Mary shake.
What about what's the one, the Wilson one? That there can't be a sex scene because the guy's alone the whole time.
Right. Yeah, totally. Yeah, Tom
guy's
Hanks.
alone the whole time.
Tom Hanks couldn't possibly cut a hole into that volleyball, could
So I
he?
guess I'm the only one. Sorry, what? Wait, you guys added a scene where Tom Hanks fucks Wilson?
Sure, yeah, he doesn't find a way to cut a hole in this
Cut to
damn
that
thing.
scene. Whoa. Oh. Yeah, oh my God. Cut
Okay,
back.
do you want to put it in me now?
Oh, yeah. Wilson, you can talk?
Yeah.
Hey, sorry, the light hit you in the head. Just
We
keep
need more
going.
careful with the booms.
Yeah,
This is
sorry.
my third picture, and I have bruises on my head.
Keep going, though. Keep going. This is hot.
Oh, cut back to the plane.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we have TV shows that you could probably watch.
What do you mean? So yeah.
That was great, PB&J. Thanks so much for being guests.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you for having for us.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
What do you want to plug? Can be a group thing, can be individual stuff.
Come to We Improv, you guys.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Grow up.
Grow up.
Grow the hell up.
Come to
We Improv.
Come to we.
Come
Thanks.
see us.
Yeah,
Friday
we're
shows,
PB.
Saturday shows,
Yeah.
Wednesday shows.
Look at that. That's very, very nice. Thank you.
Yeah.
You can plug your own stuff.
Follow
Yeah,
Isabella Escalante on Instagram.
I truly have nothing to plug. I feel
Come to Herald Night if you
Yeah.
feel like
There
it.
you go.
Yeah,
Great,
See
great, great.
Yikes and Lohan, Isabella's team.
And then James and I are on Toretto.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Toretto comedy.
We're all over the place.
We are all over the place.
And then I guess we could also plug Shag.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see Shag
Shag also, you could see him at We or around town.
around town.
Yeah.
I make music.
Oh, where can they find your music?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a really good one.
Yeah.
Let's hear it. What's it called?
I'm James on Spotify,
There we
or
go.
R.I.P. James, my other one.
You like
Yeah.
to spread it between the
What kind of
two.
music?
It's the R.I.P. James is sort of like 2000s pop, like Justin Timberlake-y stuff
Okay.
with some Bay Area bounce.
Okay.
Wow.
Bay Area.
That was
Yeah.
cool.
Thanks. Yeah.
And I am James.
I'm James is more like poppy, like sort of like Dijon. It's going for like a Dijon McGee thing, like live instruments.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah, check those out. Come see some improv. Thanks for doing this. Y'all are the best.
Thanks for
Thank
having
you.
us.
You're the best.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Long, long time ago was a girl named Lindsay Lohan. Long, long time ago was a girl
All right, and that's it. I'm just going to record this once, so you're not going to hear me thank the guest or the improv team because you're going to get the same ending, I think. Maybe I'll do two of them. Thanks for listening. I really appreciate it. Check out weimprov.org if you want to sign up for classes or workshops, buy my book, Elevator Farts, or leave a review about We Improv on Google. Don't worry about the podcast. I don't really care. But if you review We Improv on Google, that helps me out a ton and makes me very happy. Huge shout out to Lisa Gilroy for letting me use her song. She's the best, and I can't believe she said yes. And thank you all for listening, and thank you to my guests, both the interviews and the teams. You've made my life better. Thanks. This has been Wimpy. Ta-ta.